I'm joined by Chief Administrative Officer David Duckworth this morning, and I have two pieces of important information for you. One is from the construction site, and the other is about your water use. A week ago, we woke up to learn that Calgary was facing a water emergency due to what we now know was a catastrophic break in the main pipeline that feeds 60% of Calgary's homes and businesses. We issued a critical water supply alert just before 7 a.m. that morning to warn Calgarians that our water supply was critically low and that we needed everyone to pitch in and conserve water. We simply couldn't risk running out. At that time, we didn't know what we were facing or how long we'd need to continue our water conservation efforts. Answers have come slowly through the week, and I've made a commitment to keeping you fully informed. In the spirit of that commitment, I have difficult news to share with you this morning. 2 people were injured on site overnight. Both were taken to hospital, and neither are in critical condition. Crews instituted an immediate safety stop, and work on the pipe has been halted. We currently have a team working with Alberta Occupational Health and Safety in that area, and we expect that repair work on the feeder main will not resume before this afternoon. The work that these crews have been doing has been invaluable in getting our water back to normal, and I want to thank all of them for their very hard work. Our hearts are heavy at the city this morning with the news of these injuries. Workers have been on site 24/7 for the last week, working hard for Calgarians, and this is difficult news. As a community, we are all in this together. In Calgary, I now must ask you to do more on your water conservation to support those that are working to restore our safe water supply. Yesterday, our consumption rose again, this time by 9 million litres. That is taking us far over the safe threshold. And our supply is lower than it has been in the past few days. This morning, we are at a place where we don't have enough of a cushion for emergencies. Those emergencies include use in hospitals and in firefighting. I want you to think about a fire truck pulling up, facing a serious situation. They hook up to the hydrant and dribbles of water come out. This could be a reality if we don't start conserving more water. Calgarians, I need you to do more. And I know that's frustrating for you to hear, but there is still a real threat that we could run out of water. Every day since Saturday, water usage has been creeping up. It's that extra toilet flush, it's the not full dishwasher load, it's the desire to take a longer shower. All of that is making a big difference. And I know this is inconvenient. I know it's hard to hear that we have to do more, but we simply must. And as a reminder, we are still under stage 4 outdoor water restrictions, so there's absolutely no outdoor water use. And we are still under a fire ban, which extends to propane and gas fires as well. Now, I know everyone has a lot of questions about why and how this water feeder main break happened in the first place, and how the city plans to ensure that we can prevent this into the future. I'm going to turn the mic over to CAO Duckworth in a moment to talk about that. But first, I want to address the comparisons that have been made between the 2013 flood and how that crisis was managed versus this one. In 2013, the city immediately declared a state of local emergency. A state of local emergency is declared when there's a specific need to do something like enter private property or procure supplies very quickly. When a state of local emergency is called, it allows for the mayor and council to work side by side with administration as the crisis information comes in and decisions are made. So in June 2013, the mayor was in a better position to provide constant and clear communication from the outset. While this water emergency is absolutely critical for us, we are not in an active state of local emergency. And knowing that you needed information in a more timely manner, I spoke with David last week as I was leaving Bowness, and I asked him to explain to me how we could share clear communications with you in a better way. I met with David again yesterday afternoon to reinforce the importance of making sure Calgarians are informed every step of the way, and I'll now turn it over to David.
Thank you, Mayor Gondek, and good morning, everyone. I'd like to start by saying a heartfelt thank you to Calgarians, businesses, and our regional partners for your ongoing efforts to conserve water as we continue our work to repair the feeder main break that has resulted in our current Stage 4 water restrictions. I also want to extend my gratitude to our contractors and to our City of Calgary team members from across the organization for their hard work in addressing and responding to this rare event. Public safety and the safety of our employees and contractors are our top priority. And as the Mayor alluded to, yesterday evening at approximately 10 p.m., 2 workers on site, 1 city employee and 1 contract employee, were injured. Both workers were transported to hospital for medical care, and work on the site was paused pending a safety investigation. Inspection work is still able to continue, and we plan on having more information on the status of the safety investigation at our afternoon's update. I know Calgarians still have many unanswered questions. After every emergency, we conduct a thorough post-incident review to understand what happened and why, and what actions we can implement in the future to improve our systems, processes, and practices moving forward. And this emergency is no different. Right now, our committed teams of engineers, scientists, and skilled field staff are focused on carefully restoring our complex water system. We will continue to provide timely information to Calgarians and respond to questions from our media partners at our 2 p.m. updates from the Emergency Operations Center. Once the emergency has been addressed and water service restored, we can turn our attention to what happened and how, and share our findings with Council and Calgarians. Thank you for your patience and understanding and your continued water consumption efforts. Mayor, back to you.
Thank you very much, David. On behalf of all Calgarians, our thoughts are with the 2 individuals who were injured last night, as well as their families. I'm also thinking of all of those who are working right now tirelessly on behalf of Calgarians to restore service. We thank all of you. We know the commitment and dedication that it takes to do this work. To close this morning, Calgary, it is time to take more action. We must do better on our water conservation efforts. And I know it's hard, but I also know that it will be even harder if we continue to trend upward in our water consumption, creating a situation where either the taps run dry or there's an emergency and our firefighters or nurses or doctors simply don't have the water they need to do their jobs. I know you and I can pull together to do more. More information will also be provided to you today, as David has mentioned, at 2 p.m. at the Emergency Operations Center. And I will join all of you again tomorrow at 8:30 a.m. Thank you.